You know, when I think back at Xbox, I think about a couple of main games. You know, my favorite series coming from Xbox here so far is Fallout. I love the Fallout series. Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, amazing games. Always wanted to make a review on them, but then I looked online and realized that there's quite literally a review every 30 minutes about Fallout 4 and Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas out there online. But you want to know what other games I think about? I think about some games like Gears of War. A game series I really enjoyed. I really liked doing that series. You know, I really loved Gears of War. Do you know what else I really liked that came out to the Xbox? I also do a couple other consoles, but I'm pretty sure was mainly influenced on Xbox. Black Ops 2. You know, I was thinking about it. This is the coolest case I have. I always have it there right next to me, so I can go and look at it and go think about it. But that was peak of gaming. When you think about the Xbox 360 era, when you had the huge community that Xbox 360 had, the huge pull Xbox 360 had, when they had all these cool games coming out, you know, all the peak ones that were coming out around the Xbox 360 era. And I think back to that time, and I think, wow, that is a very good time. And then the Xbox One came out, and I was utterly disappointed because they said, fuck video games, we're gonna give you guys movies. I know you guys wanted to watch movies on your console. You don't need a VCR player anymore. You don't need a CD player. You don't need any of that shit. You're just in a console. We put that shit on there. Fuck your games. Fuck you. Go suck up penis. Do you know what? We just gonna put that shit out online. It's gonna be great. You know? And that shit frustrated me. It turned my whole entire mind around about Xbox, and then I started playing games on PlayStation, exclusives on PlayStation. For example, Last of Us. Last of Us came out on PlayStation. I love the very first game. Not so much the second, but the very first game was really good. And I think back to that era when you had all these good games coming out on PlayStation. I was like, damn, I really wish Xbox had good games. And then Halo was released. I was like, oh my god, Halo 5 is coming out. And then it was absolute AIDS. Absolute AIDS. And I was like, the Halo series has fallen off. I'm never playing this game again. And then, of course, I was hyped for a new Gears of War. Oh my god, Gears of War 4 and 5 are coming. Oh, and they're also not that good. They don't really talk about anybody. Nobody likes the main characters that much, and they're all kind of annoying. Okay, so what games do we got? Call of Duty, yes, we love Call of Duty. And then everything after Modern Warfare 2019 was not that good. Cold War was fine, but Vanguard, dog shit. You know, Modern Warfare 2, dog shit. Modern Warfare 3, dog shit. That's a lot of COD games where it was just a period of dog shit, where they got outsold by fucking Lethal Company. So what do we got? We got no games, a crippled fan base that nobody wants to play games on. You got a shitty console, doesn't have any cool games to play on it, and I bought all of them. Because that was kind of pathetic of me, but I still bought all of them, and I got nothing from it. Until now, boys and girls, here it is. Let's fucking go. Now, I'm not going to say 100% with certainty that Xbox is coming back, but it really does seem like Xbox is coming back a little bit. Just before this video, I had recorded a whole entire video about how Xbox is falling off. And I waited to edit that video because I was like, do you know what? I'm going to wait for the Xbox Game Showcase, and I'm pretty sure I am happy with what was released there. Now, I'm going to just talk about it in a little bit, you know, just a little bit of the couple games that are being released, and I just want to talk about how Xbox could finally be returning back to their roots. So let's go look at the very first game series that I'm really hyped for. Call of Duty's coming out, and it's going to be on Game Pass. Lots of these games are coming on Game Pass. I have no clue how Microsoft is going to get money from this at all, but it's going to be a fucking cool look at all the new games that are coming out. I don't want to fucking, you know, worry about anything. They could probably hype up Game Pass. I don't really care. I got Xbox Live and I get free fucking games nearly every fucking month, including EA Play Pass and all these kind of passes as well, which is absolutely peak. So I cannot wait for whatever hell they're releasing, right? Either way, right? Call of Duty is coming to Game Pass. Gears of War is coming to Game Pass. State of Decay 3 is coming to Game Pass. There's so many more games that are coming to Game Pass that are not really my cup of tea, but they are returning to games. That is the biggest thing I really enjoy, and I really hope that they're actually going to be releasing games really soon and not just talking about them, right? And I really hope this is the change that everybody wanted to see, because this was probably one of the bigger ones, the bigger game showcases that I could really think of. That was absolutely peak. I really enjoyed all the games that they represented there, right? You had the very first one that was the Summer Games one that really did not have anything too special, I think, at least in my idea of what special is. You know, there's not a lot of games that were really appealing to me. I do like a lot of shooters, so obviously lots of those games weren't really shooter games, except for Alan Wake, which is also a thing that we may get to here in a second. But either way, this game's idea, this game's release for Xbox was absolutely fantastic. It seems like they're going back to the roots. They're going back to their IPs that they actually have. You have Bethesda, who's making a bunch of games themselves. You have a bunch of other people making a bunch of other games like State of Decay 3. You had those developers working on that. I love State of Decay 2. It was really good. I really enjoyed it, and I used to grind that out until I had every single community as like at peak where you can, you know, crash silencers and suppressors and just have basically any gun you've ever wanted. And I was really happy with that gameplay. It was really good. It was really fun. On easier difficulties, kind of boring. As long as you put it in the harder difficulties and you focus on some of the harder stuff, then it's really, really fun. But either way, that was a good game that was released. Next one, Gears of War E-Day. I wanted a good Gears of War game. I fucking love Gears of War, especially the story. That's the biggest thing I focus on. I'm dog shit at multiplayer. I just cannot get, you know, used to the Superman jumps and all this kind of shit and all the glitches that you can do with Gears and, you know, making sure that you can shoot everybody with the best efficiency. I'm not really good at that, but I do love the campaign and story, and E-Day is going to be a fucking amazing story, looking at everything that Marcus Phoenix and Dom did back. Dom, before he drove his goddamn car into a goddamn oil tank and said, "Adios, motherfuckers," and then blew up the whole entire thing. You know what I'm saying? I cannot wait for this new Gears of War to be hopefully really good, and especially since they're really returning to the back to the basic stuff. You have most of the same developers working on it. I cannot wait to see how that goes. Black Ops 6, also really good, also peak. I cannot wait to see how Black Ops 6 turns out as well, because this trailer, the story, and again, they're focusing on the story. They're not focusing on Warzone, they're not focusing on multiplayer, they're focusing on the story for the very first time. And the last time that they did that was, I'm pretty sure, Cold War. And they really did good on Cold War, and I really hope they can really push that forward again, and they could really push like a really good story out, and I really can't wait to see how that's going to be, because how they're doing it, how they're formulating it, and how they're actually representing it as like a kind of spy thriller type thing for Call of Duty could be absolutely fantastic. And the fact that they're bringing the safe house back, and it seems like you're going to have weapon customization before missions again, which again, I cannot wait for. That would be fucking awesome. And with the brand new weapons and the brand new time frame and the Gulf War, it's going to be absolutely peak as a COD game, I really hope. And of course, when they did advertise the multiplayer aspect of it, which I've already explained in another video, they talked about new movement, they talked about how that's going to be going, and I cannot wait for that either. All of this coming to Xbox, and I have to say, Xbox seems to be going right back to its roots of making video games and not some sort of console you can watch Netflix on for the 18,000th time. Not like you can't do that with PlayStation. Not like you can't do that with probably the fucking Nintendo Switch, as far as I know, right? But at least they make games, right? So I just really hope this is going to be the changing point and the turning point, because I honestly thought that Xbox is just falling off. They will not make any new games. All their game series are dead. Nobody's really producing anything, blah, 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 until that trailer came out, or until that Xbox game special release, whatever you want to call it, came out, and I watched that, and it looked absolutely amazing. Lots of actual games are on that, and not any of that bullshit, right? So it seems like they're really going back to basics, back to Xbox 360, and if they could change it around, especially if they can make Game Pass a huge thing, which I think would be absolutely fantastic, because the amount of games that I can get on Game Pass is absolutely insane. The amount of games I have on my Xbox is like 80% Game Pass and like maybe 20% something else, right? But it's been absolutely fantastic here so far. So I really cannot wait to see how this is going to be played out and how Xbox is going to be playing this and their new game developers and studios and all this kind of stuff. Really peak stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed this video though. Sorry for the very quick rant, because I love Xbox. I've been playing Xbox since what? I was fucking 10 years old. I used to play Modern Warfare. I used to play every fucking game that ever came out. You know, it was always really, really good and really fun for me. And I'm really happy that Xbox could be changing their ways around. We'll see in the next couple of years that they're actually going to be releasing a good couple of games. And it seems like a lot of the game companies, a lot of the exclusive game developers are finally back in it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video though. If you did, do me a favor, like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time. This is the Goalie Commentator signing out for now, as Xbox is signing on. That was fucking cringe as shit. Either way, here we are.